Beets make you look younger. See what I mean? As always, we start with a star. In this case, beets. We'll be using the leaves, so trim them off, but don't chuck them out. Separate the leaves from the root at the base. Place each into their own little halfway house. We need to wash them both, as they are sandy as a beach bum's ass. We start with the leaves, but remember, we need them later. If you want to see how to make something delicious from them, stick around till the end. Yep, these are bigger, greener, and more beautiful. BBG. Big and beautiful and green. Let it drip, then pat and dry on a kitchen towel. Pat, pat, pat. We need to separate the leaves from the stems, as they take different amounts of time to cook. Simply remove the leaves by ripping them off the stems. If you don't know this, the stem has a salty and savory taste, much like celery. The leaves are crispy and soft, much like spinach. And just like Popeye, eating it makes your muscle big. And you become a strong boy, picking up things much larger than yourself. Trim the tails from the beets and give them a bath, but do not peel them. Wash them and make sure they are dirt-free. Now, beets are very rarely sorted by size for your convenience. They range in size, and so does the cooking times. So, you'll want to sort them yourself. Medium with medium, large with large, and so forth. Small and medium goes into liquid for a gentle simmer, or pressure cooker if you have one. For the larger beets, I prefer roasting them in a salt crust, which we'll get to in good time. Let's simmer first. Into a deep pan, the medium boys go. You could use a pressure cooker here to halve the cooking time. Cover it with water. Then add, in no particular order, red wine vinegar. You can use apple cider or balsamic vinegar too. Salt. I use coarse sea salt here. Use whichever you want. If your mummy and daddy's loaded, then use their Malden flaky salt. And finally some regular old granulated sugar. Fun fact, this sugar was actually made from beets. It's a thing here in Russia. Bring the pot to a boil and then turn the heat down to let the beets simmer. Set a timer so you don't forget about them and burn the house down. Check on them every now and then to make sure they are not vigorously boiling. And they are covered with liquid. If the liquid reduces too much, just add a bit of water. The beets are done when a toothpick inserted goes in and comes out easily. Once cooked, let the beets cool down to room temp in the liquid. While that's happening, we make the salt crust for our big boys. My favorite way of cooking larger beets. Grab a bowl, in goes flour, in goes coarse salt. It has to be coarse salt. Give it a mix so it's all well combined. Add cold holy water from the nearest church fountain, or just plain drinkable water. Work it together with your hands, or hand in this case, until you have a dough that's not sticky. Divide it into a few pieces and roll it out into circles. Cover the beets one by one in the dough, making sure there are no naked spots. Once done, you want to poke a hole in the top, so steam can escape obviously. Repeat the process with the rest of the beets. We are making a simple little dish using both types of beets, so stick around till the end. Place them all on a parchment-lined baking tray. Bake at 220 degrees Celsius or 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes or 3/4 of an hour. By now, your boiled beets are cool and they are ready to be peeled. So, grab your gloves if you don't want stained hands. We remove the skin by simply rubbing it off the beet. Do this in the cooled liquid. You should now have a delicious, perfectly cooked, juicy ass beet. Once cleaned, put them to the side and throw away the liquid. To check the roasted beets for doneness, insert a skewer. You should go in and come out with no resistance. Let the beets cool down to room temp before breaking open the dino egg and revealing a wrinkly little man inside. The roasting process intensifies the beet flavor by removing a load of moisture. The reason for cooking any vegetable this way is to concentrate the flavor and improve the texture without drying out the flesh. Cutting beets and roasting it open on an oven tray is not what you want to be doing. Carefully remove the skin by peeling it off. The fresher the beets, the easier the skin comes off. As promised, we make a simple little beet salad. Trim the asses of the beets and cut them into bite-sized chunks. Use either or both. Here I use a combination of boiled and salt roasted, just to be fancy. Place the beet into a bowl and season with freshly ground black pepper, salt, and good olive oil. Here we have a classic for beets, soft goat's cheese. Creamy cheese goes well with the earthy sweetness of beet, so get creative. Add some roasted nuts for texture, walnuts like so, or hazelnuts also goody. A bit more olive oil and some greens of your choice. This is lemon verbena, but go with mint, tarragon or parsley all day long. Now for the big bite and big result. Last but not least, those f***ing beet greens. Trim the bottom of the stems and throw out the woody parts, but know this:
she be coming for you.
Chop the stems very finely. They will get cooked first and it needs some time to soften. Next, compress the leaves and chop them once, twice, 3 times before we get lazy. Follow with some white onion or shallot, although red onion will also work. Chop it up finely and set it aside for now. Garlic gets manhandled next. Flick, smash, peel and trim before chopping up kinda finely. Add the garlic to the onions. Roll a fresh lemon between your palm and the hard surface. Not your forehead, neither your husband's. Cut the lemon in half and set aside. Now we're all sorted with a choppy, we get down to business. Heat a frying pan and add olive oil and butter. Add the onions and garlic, sweating it down gently over medium heat while stirring. Add some salt and stir some more. Next, add the chopped up stalks and let it cook a few minutes. Add freshly squeezed lemon juice. This helps to make the stems softy and nicey. Cover it with a lid and let it cook on medium heat for a few more minutes. Once the stems are soft, add the chopped up leaves. Give it a stir, lid on, and let it cook for a minute or so until the leaves are cooked. Add some flour, followed by double cream, and stir it through until homogeneous. Slap a lid on it again, keep cooking on medium heat for another minute or so. Once done, it should look creamy, thick, and luscious. Season with freshly ground black pepper and creamed anything's best friend, fresh nutmeg. Not optional and absolutely necessary. Use a fine grater to grate this on last minute. When the creamed beet leaves are cooked, serve it as a side or a dip. Freeze it for later, but now you know you shouldn't throw it away. There you go, friend. As Chef John would say, enjoy. It's that simple. By the way, Richard sends his apologies for not making it to the show today. Something about Sally or something. Don't know what that is. Anyhow, if you don't know Richard, make sure to subscribe and give us some love. See you fine people next time.